Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to your May Taroscope. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and I've been reading cards for a little over 20 years, and as usual, I'll be delivering you 2 readings this month, your Taroscope and then your Fiercely Focused spread to give you some action steps to take when it comes to your money, health, career, love life, etc. So last month was a doozy with all those retrogrades. Thankfully, we're finishing up Mercury retrograde this week, and now we've only got Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto to contend with. No, it's okay. We've entered Taurus season. It's time to begin rebuilding. Things are going to start moving faster, and I'm very confident that April showers will bring May flowers, and I'm praying that they bring you a bouquet or even a whole truckload. So let me know how that goes for you. Love to hear from you in the comments how you feel about your reading, what's been going on with you, and how you're handling this triple retrograde in May. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I hope you get some insight and empowerment from your Taroscope, and without further ado, on to your reading. Hey Sagittarius, I appreciate you joining me for your May Taroscope. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising in May. Ooh. In May 2017, Sagittarius, May 27. Whoa. Alright. Sagittarius, May 2017. And if you haven't been here before, Sagittarius, you will see me turning cards that come in upside down, right side up. I'm an intuitive reader, so I do not base my reading on whether they come in upside down or not, but on what I hear from Spirit. I've gotten a couple questions about that in the past, so I just want to make that clear. Sagittarius, May, Sagittarius, May, wow, okay, wait, Sagittarius, May, 2017, gosh, we've got a big old handfuls thanks to Spirit. Okay, make sure you can see everybody here. Sagittarius, May, Sagittarius, May 2017. Okay. Okay, so this looks like a pretty great month, Sagittarius, which is why Spirit wants me to get right into the one thing that I could see being kind of a hiccup, because it's like, gosh, you've got more money coming, you've got peace, you've got love, you've got structure and discipline and money and appreciation all coming to you. And the one kind of stumbling block here is that things may not always come through in exactly the way that you envision, or that you would most want in, like, Spirit is using the phrase, in its purest form. So, you know, Sagittarius, you're known for being like this happy-go-lucky, freedom-loving, like, you know, eternal wanderer and student of life, and really open and philosophical, and all of those things about you are true and wonderful. But another thing about you is that you can be more committed to ideas than people. You can be so passionate about getting your idea there that you completely can bypass whether people will understand it or whether people, you know, are benefiting from it. Like, are you even getting through to the person that you're having the, like, kind of, maybe it's an internet argument, but I'm also seeing a lot of you in kind of like professional debates. Like, well, this is how it should be. Well, no, I believe that we should do it this way or handle it that way. And Spirit is using the word dilute. Like, some of you feel like your work is being diluted or completely eschewed in favor of these other people. Like, you know, too many cooks spoil the broth kind of thing. And Spirit wants you to know that this is they're showing me the way that a sword is like forged using heat and cold, and it's hammered. You know what I mean? Like, your ideas are being tested. It's not always going to be love and hugs and appreciation. So Sagittarius, if some people don't see your vision or don't want it to be, or change the way that it turns out, the way that your idea gestates, take it as a nod from the universe. Take it as a challenge. Take it as like you're running track and there's a hurdle ahead of you. A hurdle doesn't mean you lost the race. A hurdle is like an obstacle to overcome on the way to finishing the race. So don't be deterred by this. Don't be discouraged by this. Don't see this as a losing battle, or a way in which you're being kind of forsaken. Your passion is still going to bring you pleasure. It's still going to bring you victory and money. Like I said, I mean, this is an incredible reading, Sagittarius. It's just a matter of Spirit doesn't want you to get hung up on, like, I'll just show you. This imagery is perfect. I love this deck, the Scarabeo deck. I think I'm going to link it down below for any of you who are tarot readers who want to start. See how this guy is looking at this painting of these 4 beautiful golden cups. There's a lotus flower. There's a waterfall, like magically coming out of these cups. They're so perfect and gorgeous, and they're ideal. And then he's like, and look at this bullshit, like these 3 overturned cups in front of me, empty. What do I got? Nothing. And he's even got that, you know, chin, fists, posture of like, meh. And because he's so busy thinking about how it should be, he's not noticing that somebody in real life, not in a painting, not in his head, somebody in real life is offering you something. Don't miss out on this because you're so busy thinking, well, no, like, this is what I want, and this is how it was supposed to be. Sagittarius, something is evolving. Something beautiful is evolving and coming together. Things are mixing. Things like, there's magic happening here. Your cups are coming together in an amazing way. You just need to go slow and steady. Do your work. Be humble. Be humble. Be hardworking. Do your work here in the material world, because you have energies and entities and destiny working in your favor, mixing things up on the other side, putting things together for you. They're talking about people and patrons coming together for you. So some of you are seeking funding or scholarships or like some kind of support, some kind of benefactor in May, or you're beginning that search, and the potential is high. The potential is high when you act like, again, the humble, hardworking person who's willing to start from scratch and start from zero and receive criticism and receive conflict and receive, you know, being ill-received, and be like, okay, I get it. Like, none of these people get me. Either I need to tweak my vision or I need to take this to another audience. And be willing to do that, Sagittarius. Like, you are wonderful at knowing when to make a change and being able to pivot, being able to adapt. It's one of your greatest gifts. And here it is saying, hey, when you're adaptable, when you're willing to go for balance more than for stillness and structure, you're going to find pleasure. You're going to find more money. And Spirit has just used the phrase creative control. So some of you specifically, it's like there is something that you really want to be doing for money that is more in your creative spirit than whatever, maybe a job that you're doing, or maybe it's that you're in a, you know, a firm or working for a, you know, a blog or a publishing company or something creative, and it's like you want more of the control. There is the possibility for either promotion or just the control of that project, like the lead that you want to take on this. I'm feeling like it's coming for so many of you. Again, I know these are general readings, Sagittarius, for everyone of, you know, sun, moon, and rising. So I do get a lot of messages. But they are saying that for some of you, it's like, wow. I mean, this is nothing to sneeze at. Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles is like money, legacy, control, nourishment, growth, like generosity. This is good stuff. And then to be followed by the Six of Wands. the victory card, the card of public acclaim, of acknowledgement of your gifts, of celebration of your gifts and your offerings and the work and what you alone can bring to the table. You've got magic, Sagittarius, so you can't get caught up on petty bullshit, basically. If you get caught up in, you know, bureaucratic nonsense or just backbiting, you know, coworker, or, you know, snipping with your loved ones or whatever, like, if you get caught up in that, it's going to take your energy away from stuff that's really precious to you that would be better served. So it's like, let go of what you feel about the expectations of others, not because you don't care, but because beyond being a good person and a good, you know, a good friend, family member, you know, lover, etc., beyond being a good person to those people, you are who you are, and you must do what you must do. And if some people don't see it or agree with it, well, if it's not hurting anybody, obviously, I hope that's implicit, then you must do what feels right for you. Look how you're being loved, celebrated, supported. It may not feel always like you are being loved, celebrated, supported. There may be times when you feel like you're completely alone, bored, stagnant, depressed. If you don't have, this indicates to me that you have a lot of love around you, Sagittarius. And again, these are general readings, and if you want to get more personal, we could definitely go one-on-one. My shop is linked below if you'd like to book a reading with me. But the reason I say that is because for some of you, they're saying this is like a literal family. Like you're surrounded by like siblings, mother, father, like husband, wife that love you, that adore you, children. And there's just satiety there. Like there's love and accord and like peace there. And for those of you that are like, no, I don't have that, I'm not surrounded by that kind of family, that love is still around you. You have like a spiritual posse, a spiritual board of directors around you. And some have been with you since conception, and some are loved ones who have passed on, who stay and help come and go to help you out. But you have people all around you that love and support you and want you to feel the strength of that love. And like ride on that, Sagittarius. Ride on that wave of love and like delight and ecstasy that comes from connecting with another human being who like loves you for who you are unconditionally. You're going to be the boss in May. That's why it's so important for you not to really attach to how other people feel about this thing. And I want to make one thing clear. I don't mean that their opinions don't matter. I mean that if you need to integrate these critiques and give them real thought, but you can't take them personally. You've got to be the Queen of Swords. This is a mental thing. This is a mental game that you're playing. Don't take it personally, because once you get heated, you're going to lose the argument. You're going to lose the competition. You're going to lose the debate. You're going to lose the case, whatever it is. Keep your head cool. Be the Emperor. You're the boss. This is the ultimate boss of the tarot deck. You need a little structure and a little discipline this month, a little devotion to get through the dips and depression and stagnation and boredom. It's like if you have a goal, act like the boss. Act like the authority figure that you aim to be, the thought leader, the teacher, the mentor, the, well, gosh, the president. What is it that you intend to be? Be it. Be it now. Don't wait until you have the role. Don't wait until you have the placard. Don't wait until you have the degree. Start being the best person that you can be. Start being the best version of yourself now. You're invoking it. You attract what you emit, Sagittarius, so give it. Give it, give it, give it. Okay, so now let's take a look at your fiercely focused spread and get some action steps for you to take this month. Starting with a theme for Sagittarius, May 2017. Sagittarius, May. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Wow. Well, that makes sense. Commit, Sagittarius. Commit. See it through. Again, doesn't matter what other people say and do and how they dilute it. Like, you've got to see your idea through. And again, they're saying, you know, be the boss and keep it cool. Keep a cool head. Be the leader that you intend to be, and be like, okay, well, how would I look at this situation if I was the best version of myself? If I was the most mature and highest, like, had the highest perspective, how would I see the situation? How would I behave? Make that judgment. Make that choice. Go forth. Conquer. Okay. So now let's see. What would be best for Sagittarius to do in May in terms of their physical, financial, and material lives? What's going on in the earth realm for Sagittarius, May 2017? Building something new. Building up a foundation. You're going to hit a milestone this month. So again, Spirit is saying, take those objections, those criticisms, those obstacles as nods from the universe. Again, like hurdles on the track. They're not a sign that the race is over. They're a sign that, like, okay, shit, like, I've leveled up. I got to jump this hurdle now. And then I can reach the finish line. And you'll have reached the finish line learning a new skill. They're also saying some of you Sagittarians do need to learn a new skill, or you need to bring someone in who has a skill that you need when it comes to making this project come to fruition, or this idea that you want. So it's like, if you feel like you need to take a class, if you feel like you need to find a mentor, if you need to, like, if you're building a website but you're like, ugh, I'm crap at taking photos or designing, you know, themes or whatever, like, I'm going to find somebody and talk to them. Or even if it's not, you're going to hire them, maybe it's just like, I'm going to talk to my friend who knows all about that. Don't be afraid to tap your resources, because you're building something great. You've already put a lot of work into this, whatever this thing is for you, Sagittarius, because general reading. You've already built it up so far. Don't be afraid to add the beauty of another person's ideas and resources. Maybe they're not diluting it. Maybe they're adding an element to it that you don't have, that could make it something new, something stronger, something even better than you foresaw from the beginning. So be open to other people's input, maybe a little more than you feel like it this month. Okay. So now let's see what you're thinking about. What's on the mind of Sagittarius in May 2017? Wow, I like it. This is clarity, Sagittarius. This is like, I'm willing to leave the bullshit behind and find a clearer day. I'm going to take a moment of peace away from this and not get caught up in, you know, the drama or the story of what's going on here. I'm going to keep my eye on the vision and keep rowing toward what it is that I really want. And I feel like some of you are going to be seeking, again, I'm feeling like the way that I said, taking a course over here. I feel like some of you are going to be seeking higher education or seeking a teacher in a specific discipline. You're going to get some information that you need in May that makes things more clear and that leads you down like a smoother path. So, wow, Spirit just said this comes on the heels of making that decision. So it's kind of like making that decision clarifies everything, and it calls in the right messengers and helpers and educators to take you to where you want to go, really. Okay, Sagittarius? Wow, that one came in strong. Okay, so now let's see what you'll be feeling. Wow, Sagittarius in May 2017. Wow. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I don't know if you remember, but the image of the guy sitting at the bar with his 3 overturned cups and the 1 cup being poured for him. Hello, 1 cup being poured for you. Expect a beautiful gift. Cups are emotions. So this is like joy. This is like an overwhelming wave of, it could be falling in love. It could be getting wonderful news that like soothes and uplifts your soul and your spirit and feels like, oh my God, I'm on the right path. Like almost like a phone call from, you know, heaven. Like, yup, you're doing things right. Like you couldn't be more happy. So when you make that judgment, you have clarity, you build something new. I just see this as like such an overwhelming positive. Like, holy crap. New stuff coming in for you, Sagittarius. That's exciting. Okay. And finally, what is lighting you up in May? What is energizing you or lighting your fire? Firing you up in May, Sagittarius. May 2017. Bless you, Thurman. My cat's down there. Oh, I love it. And look at those threes lined up so pretty. You have the Three of Pentacles lined up with the Three of Wands, which is just like, wow, your vision is coming together in the world on a physical like plane. Wands are ideas and creativity, and Pentacles are the earthly resources, like bringing things, you know, grounding things, bringing your idea to actual fruition. Something is coming together beautifully, Sagittarius. So your reading was so gorgeous. And again, just saying, don't get caught up in those hiccups of like conflicts with other people or any kind of like deterrence. Like, you are on the right path. Commit to this path, Sagittarius. See your vision through and keep building it. It's only going to become more clear. It's only going to become more enjoyable and pleasurable. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm feeling like commit to what you love. And just like when you commit to a person that you love, you know that not every single moment of every day are you going to like them, but you're always going to love them. Okay. Wow. Life is going to love you back when you do that. That's what Spirit just said. Oof. I love it, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this is helpful for you, and I would love to hear what you think. If you have questions or anything that you want to say, comment down below or find me on social media. All my accounts are linked down there as well. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing month, and I hope I see you in June. Bye, Sagittarius.